Welcome. So in this example, we're going to start the project Dijkstra series. And so in this example, I want to show you how we're going to start the project. We're going to create a simple project. We're going to use WebStorm. Then at the end of the day, um, this is what we expect. We will have the project online. So I prefer starting a project this way, and that way I can track the website. As you can see, we have one hosted Netlify.app, and then it's just the basic app. And so that's our aim. We are aiming to, let me open WebStorm. So that is what we aim to do, and I prefer starting a project that way so that every time we're going to make a build, we're going to finish a video, we'll just push it online, then you can check the differences. So if you follow along, it means that every time we will be doing a simple example, uh, yeah, it will always be online. So quickly start. I want to, yeah, it's on Vite, so we prefer Vite. We are not, let's not use the React template. As you can see, it's not an advised method. We're going to use Vite. And yeah, in the part, let me call it project Dijkstra. Project Dijkstra website. So I'm doing this because I tend to make a React Native app also for that. So this is just for us to know that this is the website and this is the app. So that is a video for another day. So the template should be React. I don't know which one you have. By default, it's always vanilla, but let's go with React. Yeah, and so if you are using JavaScript, you can not you don't check this box, but I prefer using TypeScript because yeah, it's what I'm going with right now. So let me create. As you can see, it's generating the project, and yeah, let me just exclude this folders. Now it's saying it's going to do a cd to project Dijkstra. It's going to basically change directory to that project. Install, we are running npm install. So let me just click. I'm using the buttons, but if you're not using the WebStorm and every utility that it has here, you can also do it via the terminal. Any terminal, you don't have to be using, you could be using git bash, maybe if you want to, maybe less. And yeah, you can, as you can see, I have the WebStorm project. So maybe if I say change directory to WebStorm projects, then ls, as you can see, make it bigger. As you can see, the project Dijkstra that we created is there. So if you want to create maybe a new project using the terminal, and you can use any terminal, maybe partial, maybe I can just mm, maybe say npm create vite at latest. And as you can see, it is generating the project. As you can see, it's asking me for the project name. I can call it maybe test. And okay, it's saying remove. So it's telling me to remove the existing one. I think I already had one called test. Remove the existing one and continue. It's asking for a framework. Let's go with the React. And yeah, here you say you want maybe TypeScript, maybe JavaScript if you want. I'll just use TypeScript. And so it's telling me to cd into test, so I change directory to test and do an npm install, and as you can see, it's installing the node modules. These node modules, as you can see, the one that we did with WebStorm, it's done. It was installing the node modules folder, and as you can see, this one is doing exactly that. And so after you're done, you will have this project. Yeah, and as you can see, the last step, it's saying you do an npm run dev to just run the website. And as you can see here, it is WebStorm gave me also the bar, everything, even the a button to just click run, and I can run it. And when I click run, it automatically does npm run dev for me. So here's the URL, and by the terminal you can do an npm run dev, and this one started on port 5173, and the other one goes to the next port, that is 5174. And if I go online, maybe go to localhost, localhost port 5173. Okay, 22 users. So here's the project, and as you can see, it's on localhost. So we want to move it online so that anyone can access the application. So what do you do? Mm, let me do a simple edit and go to app.tsx. This is where all our code is. Let's, as at now, it's saying Vite and React, and we can basically go and edit. Let me look for that text. Vite and React control. Let me say project the extra. I love it. So when you go back and we do a refresh, it's saying, yeah, it already refreshed. Project Dijkstra. So this is what we want to push online. So let's go to Netlify. Netlify, this one. So log in. Log in with GitHub. So I want to log in with my GitHub. So as you can see, it is using my GitHub account because I've logged in a lot of times. For you, it might, if it's your first time, it might give you a lot more options. So when I go to my GitHub, I already set up Netlify on my GitHub. So for you, you might go through a lot more options, and as you can see, these are the projects that I have already hosted there. So let's just add a new site and import an existing project, and I'm going to choose GitHub. And so here are my projects. As you can see, these are the projects that I have on GitHub. So it was project Dijkstra. You can just go for it. NNOP project Dijkstra is it. And as you can see, it's already reading that there's a main branch. Okay, I see a problem. I see a problem. The problem is, let me go to my repositories. The, the there's a problem in which uh, that was not that's not the website that we just built. That's a previous one that I already did. So let me do a new repository. Let's call it project by Dijkstra. Dijkstra website. So this is uh, demo implementation. So here's the, so I'm just saying it's a demo implementation. Let's make it public. Yeah, I don't have a reason to hide it. So if you want, you can come and see it. And yeah, let me create the repository. I'll not add a readme for now. And it's giving me a quick setup for the project. And so when I copy, shit, I, when I copy that and I go back to the terminal, so I can use the terminal here, or if you used an external terminal, you can just, let me do a control C, exit. You can just copy the config, the instructions here, the commands. You can just copy them there. So I prefer using WebStorm, that way we can see what is going on. So let me expand this. I'm in the terminal, I can do a control V, and it's control shift V if you're on Linux. So if you're using the PowerShell, this one it should be a, I believe this one is a shift insert. So I just pasted the name, I can do an enter. So it's doing a git push, that's the last thing it does, and I can give it the username, my GitHub username, that is my Dijkstra, and the password. So the password, you basically go to GitHub. You don't use your actual GitHub password. You go to settings. You go to settings. Okay, developer settings just below, and personal access token. You create a classic token, generate a new token. Do a generate new, and let me use my password to just confirm access because so and confirm. So I'm signed in, and so the token name I'll call it demo, and it expires in the next 30 days. Let me give it a 7-day because it's just for demo and should give it access to all repositories. Okay. I don't want a fine grained token. I want a classic token. I don't know why it went to fine grained. I want a new classic token, not the fine grained token. So not it's a demo token, and you give it, so these are the scopes where it's able to access your repos, your workflow, everything, right? The lectures. So just check all these boxes, just check all of them, and yeah, just notification, that is user, delete repo, everything you want it to do. Basically, you just check all boxes and audit the code space, copilot, yeah, everything. Just check everything and you are good to go. Generate the token, and yeah, it's generating the personal access token, and as you can see here it is. Let me copy and use it here, control V, and as you can see it is enumerating everything and everything is sent. So when I go back to GitHub, so let me go back. Go back. Oh, how many things did I do? How far did I go? How far did I go? So project Dijkstra, as you can see, I only pushed the readme because when you looked at it, it said git add readme. So This is the only thing that was added. So to push the rest of the project, as you can see, there are no more folders here. So I can just say git add dot. This pushes everything else. The rest of the project is being pushed. Then I do a git commit, just commit it and give it a commit message. Say base, any message, base setup. So this is just a message. This message appears here, as you see it's saying fast commit. So the next message appears there and say and see everything now, the whole project here, as you can see here, the files, they're being pushed. And so when I tell it git push, so it's going to basically ask for the username again. So oh, and password, I'm going to paste the access token that we used. And as you can see, everything is pushed to the main branch. And when I go, so here's the main branch. When I go and do a refresh, as now here is the project. And as you can see, it matches exactly. It's an exact replica of the project. And now, after we're doing that, now I can go back to Netlify and okay, I clicked project Dijkstra. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's abort the mission. Let's abort the mission. This was the wrong project. So let's go back to selecting the repository. Let me search for. So let me do a quick recap. We were First thing we did is we said we are going to deploy from GitHub. So it went and accessed our authorities from GitHub, and as you can see, it's fetching my repository. So let me do a project Dijkstra, the one that we just created. So this is the recent one, 1 minute ago. So click it, and as you can see, it's going to configure all the build settings. As you can see, it already detected that a React app, so it's doing the basic build commands, the npm run build. So you can replace this if it's not there, and the publish directory is dist, and yeah, leave this one as empty. So what it's doing is, it's as you can see, there's no folder called dist, and so when I do an npm run build, and you can see it's building the project for production. So as you can see, it's building for production, and you will see a folder appear here. Now here is the folder. It's building a distributable folder. So when you run this app, this is now the last application, where it only has an HTML and assets. Here we have the JavaScript and the CSS. So it's building the application into an executable package. So this is what we want Netlify to do. So when I deploy Project Dijkstra website, you will see it will do exactly that. Okay, okay. It is building, yes. And as you can see, site name is this. Oh, and okay, let me change site name. I don't want this site name because I don't want to Google to I don't want to be searching that. I forgot to give it the exact name that I wanted. So let's call it Dijkstra. Let's call it Dijkstra. So the extra. Dijkstra. So it's going to be a HTTPS Dijkstra.Netlify.app save. Oh, someone else already took the name. So Dijkstra site. So let's do a Dijkstra site. Now it's doing a configuration for the site. Now that's my site name, my site ID, everything is okay. These are the configurations. So when you go and search this website, as you can see, when I clicked the site, yeah, project site Dijkstra is now online, as you can see. So in the next video, we will start building the application, and as you can see, it's online. Here is your URL. So if you take that thing and just go search it anywhere else, it's online already. So yeah, the next thing we will start now building the application. We will add routing, I think, and yeah, we're going to set up. We're going to. I'll think of the next video. So that is that.